Most people eat sugar every single day without even thinking about it, not just in desserts or candy, but hidden inside bread, sauces, cereal, flavored yogurt, coffee drinks, energy drinks, and even foods labeled as healthy. And the scary part is that most people don't realize how much sugar is quietly controlling the way they feel every single day. Your energy, your mood, your hunger, your sleep, even your brain. But what would actually happen if you completely stopped eating added sugar? Not forever. Just for a few weeks. Because the truth is, the moment sugar disappears from your diet, your body begins going through a series of changes that most people never expect. Some of them feel terrible at first, but others can completely transform the way you feel. Within just 24 hours, your brain already notices something is different. By day 3, your energy starts changing. Within a week, many people sleep better. And after 30 days, some people say they barely even recognize their old cravings anymore. This is what really happens when you stop eating sugar. The average person consumes a shocking amount of added sugar every year, and over time your body adapts to it almost like a daily reward system. Every time you eat sugar, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical connected to pleasure and motivation. That's why sugary foods feel comforting. That's why cravings can feel so powerful, and that's why quitting sugar can feel harder than people expect. For many people, sugar isn't just food anymore. It becomes a habit, a routine, a quick source of energy when they feel tired, a stress reliever after a bad day. And sometimes, people don't even realize how dependent their body has become on constant sugar spikes. That's why the first 24 hours without sugar can feel surprisingly difficult. Many people begin experiencing cravings almost immediately. Your brain starts asking for the fast dopamine boost it's used to receiving. Some people feel irritated, some feel tired. Others develop headaches or strong cravings for snacks and soda. And there's a reason for that. When your body constantly receives quick sugar spikes, it gets used to having fast energy available all the time. The moment that source disappears, your body has to start adjusting. For some people, this feels like withdrawal. You may suddenly notice how often you reached for sugary foods without even thinking about it. After meals, late at night, while watching videos, during stress, at work. Sugar quietly becomes attached to routines in your life, and when it's gone, your brain notices. But then something interesting begins happening. Usually around day 3, your body starts adapting. Instead of experiencing huge spikes and crashes in blood sugar, your energy levels begin stabilizing. And this is the moment many people realize how exhausting those crashes actually were. Think about how many people feel tired in the afternoon every single day, or feel like they need another coffee or snack just to function. Sometimes it's not because the body lacks energy. It's because blood sugar has been constantly rising and crashing all day long. When those spikes become smaller, many people begin feeling more steady energy throughout the day. And another thing often starts improving around this time: bloating. A lot of processed sugary foods can increase water retention and inflammation in the body. So after a few days without them, some people notice their stomach feels flatter and lighter. Even their face can look less puffy. And mentally, something changes too. Many people describe feeling slightly clearer, less foggy, less sluggish. Not perfect yet, but different. And then comes one of the biggest changes: sleep. After about a week without added sugar, many people report sleeping better. This surprises a lot of people because they never connected sugar with sleep quality before. But excess sugar can affect hormones and energy regulation in ways that impact sleep patterns. Some people notice they fall asleep easier. Others wake up feeling less exhausted. And many notice fewer late-night cravings. Because when blood sugar becomes more stable, your body stops constantly demanding quick energy fixes late at night. And this is also when hunger patterns often begin changing. One of the biggest problems with highly processed sugary foods is that they don't keep people full for very long. They spike blood sugar quickly, and then hunger returns quickly too. That's why many people constantly snack throughout the day without feeling satisfied. But when sugar intake drops, appetite hormones can begin stabilizing. People often feel fuller for longer, and constant cravings slowly begin weakening. Then by week 2, some of the visible changes become more noticeable. For many people, the skin starts improving. Breakouts may decrease, skin may appear less oily, and inflammation in the body may continue dropping. Digestion can also improve. Some people notice less discomfort after meals, less heaviness, less bloating, and overall, the body simply feels calmer. But one of the most powerful changes happens inside the brain. Your brain depends on steady energy, and when sugar constantly creates energy spikes and crashes, concentration and focus can suffer. That's why some people feel mentally exhausted after eating lots of sugary foods, or feel tired shortly after meals. But after a few weeks without excessive sugar, many people report better focus and fewer mood swings. Not because their brain suddenly became superhuman, but because it's no longer constantly riding a roller coaster of sugar highs and crashes. And perhaps the biggest surprise of all is what happens to cravings. At first, cravings can feel intense. But after several weeks, many people notice something strange. Foods that once tasted normal suddenly taste extremely sweet. Soda may taste overpowering, candy may feel too sugary, and fruits often begin tasting sweeter than before. This happens because your taste sensitivity starts changing. Your body slowly readjusts to lower sugar levels. And for many people, this is the moment they finally realize how much sugar they were consuming before. Now, this doesn't mean all sugar is bad. Natural sugars found in whole fruits are very different from large amounts of added sugar in ultra-processed foods and drinks. Whole fruits contain fiber, water, vitamins, and nutrients that affect the body differently. The bigger issue is the amount of added sugar hidden inside modern processed foods. And the problem is that many people consume it every single day for years without realizing how much it may be affecting their energy, hunger, mood, sleep, and overall health. That's why removing sugar, even temporarily, can feel so dramatic for some people. Because for the first time in years, the body finally gets a break from constant spikes and crashes. And after about 30 days, many people feel completely different. Energy often feels more stable. Cravings become weaker. Sleep improves. Some people naturally lose weight because they stop overeating highly processed foods. And mentally, many people feel more in control around food. Not because sugar is evil, but because their body is no longer depending on it every few hours. And honestly, that may be the biggest change of all. Not feeling controlled by cravings anymore. Most people never realize how much sugar affects their body until they stop eating it. So imagine this. If your body can change this much in just 30 days, what would happen in 3 months? Or even a year? And if you had to quit one thing for the next 30 days, could you quit sugar?